Yo, yo, yo. What is good? What's good? What is good? Let me get some no stress chill music a little bit. A little no stress chill. What is going on? Be editing some videos today. I need to check if I think Carlos probably got that that hoodie by now. I need to check though. All right, we got some. We're doing some chill editing. Where's that? I don't even remember where my phone is. Oh, okay, so it's over here. I need to look over there. What is going on? You have to excuse me while I'm eating a sandwich because I'm friends. But yeah, we're going live. It's been a little bit, and you have to excuse me, man. My voice is terrible right now. But yeah, we're just going live for a little bit. If we get enough people in here, I kind of give everybody a little update on what's going on with the bike and kind of what you guys kind of expect here in the future a little bit. But kind of wanted to give some little updates, and then maybe answer some questions on what's going on. Let me check if Carlos got that. All right, said it should. Hopefully it got there. Yeah, I don't know if I can go. I wonder if shooting vertical changes anything. Eesh. I didn't know I was going to send a DHL. Damn. I had sent something out to the giveaway winner a couple weeks ago, and it looks like it's getting delivered today. So I had to check on that. But anyways, just gonna be kind of kicking it while I do some editing on some videos. Telling you, man, I've been able to schedule these videos like crazy using Opus Pro. Absolutely amazing, man. That's what's up. My girl is tripping, yo. She's tripping. Actually, you know, let me put this right here so I can actually see it. So I can see y'all when I'm looking at the screen right here. What's good? What's up? What's up, pimpin'? Crime wave is going on, man. I'm doing some editing on some videos and just kicking it. Just kicking it live. Kicking it live. Kicking it live. Look like the weather cleared up a little bit, so I'm probably gonna go ride here in a little bit after I'm done with this. Just getting this content pumped out, man. We've been again having so much content that I'm trying to get Shiza, what is that? Oh, okay, got it on there. Just do a little transition. Shiza, what is that? How's everything been going? Golly, I did not want that right there. There we go. Dun, dun. All right, let's got some I was trying to wait for a few more people to get in here, but we do got some updates coming though. Right now I'm waiting on some, I'm waiting on some parts, but I'm waiting on a part to come in so I can go take this bike, man, and get it transformed. Shit, finally. Like, I've been waiting for quite a while to get some more stuff done on the bike. Let's see. I think currently all we got right now is like a tune. Oh, not even a real tune, like a flash. Flash and full exhaust is what I've been rolling around with for a while, for about a year, almost a year, not a whole year, like 7 months or so. But got some more parts in, man, and I'm freaking excited, dude. Excited to get this thing done. And getting the bike lowered, that's for sure. Getting the bike lowered properly. Got the lowering link. Got the lowering link on there, ready. is ready, I'm actually going to use my laser engraver and then like engrave like a custom logo on there for the bike. I'm waiting on the kickstand. The only thing that has prevented me from wanting to lower this bike correctly is because I did not want to pay for a new kickstand. I know this sounds stupid, but I feel like like the Alif and like the Brock's freaking kickstand, man, like they look so good, but I just, it always makes me mad when I think about having to spend $200 on that damn thing, on any one of them. It's just like, why does a kickstand cost $200 fucking dollars? I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I need somebody to help me understand it. And the only reason why I did not want to go with an aluminum one is because, you know, aluminum is kind of fragile. I don't know. I've heard some horror stories about them, so I kind of wanted to stay away from the aluminum, because you can get the aluminum ones for like really, really cheap. I know, man. I know. They know you need it. Shit, it makes me so mad, dude. Like, and I know some of my buddies are getting tired of me because they kept telling me, lower the bike, dude. You gotta get that bike lowered. To like properly, like, you know, when you're getting on it, when you're rolling, you know, they're like, you gotta get that thing lowered. It's standing too tall. Like, you're getting too much rebound every time you shift, you're going hard. Like, they're like, thing needs to be lowered and probably strapped. And like I said, like, I've been waiting for these parts, like, and every time I get down to buying like I really couldn't figure out, excuse me too, because I'm sick. I really couldn't figure out if I should get the adjustable lowering link or just the triangles. You know what I'm talking about? Like the triangles. I couldn't really figure out which one to get. I know the triangles are much cheaper than buying the lowering link, but I know I've heard different things. I've heard people say get the fully adjustable one, and get the triangles. I don't really know why you need both. Like I said, I'm not stretching the bike, so I kind of felt like it was a little overkill to do that. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe you can. I don't know. Maybe you can give me some advice. I don't know. Do you ride? If you ride, tell me what you got. Tell me what you've done to the bike so far. Because I was really trying to figure it out, and I just wasn't really sure what the best move was, and so I was kind of paralyzed from making a decision for a while. The other decision that I had been tossing over for quite a while is gearing. Yo, the real Garrett. Y'all gotta move smart out here. What's going on, Garrett? What happened, Garrett? Yo, my man Garrett got that nasty Gixxer 1000 that he got tuned up and built up by HTP. He just said something. He just hit me up and said something. Oh, you got that? Oh, you son of a bee. Hold up. Damn, how did I get that comment back? All messages are visible. There we go. You got the 2024, that Passion Red Premium Pack. That's dope. I just got it a couple months ago. Hey, how you liking it? Dude, like the S1K, you'll hear me talk about it a lot. Like, that is the dream bike. It's always been my dream bike for quite a while, since I saw that thing in like 2012, before I moved to Germany. Even when I was in Germany, it wasn't really possible at the time, because I had, like, right before I went to Germany, I had just bought a Harley. And I just saw, like, in Germany, you can get anything customized to any way you want. Not just motorcycles, bikes too. Shit was crazy. I saw people in, like, brand new BMWs, and they had, like, manual windows, because they'll literally build them how you want. If you don't want automatic windows, they'll put manual windows in there for you. If you order them from the factory and stuff, it's crazy out there what you can do with the cars. But yeah, it wasn't really possible for me to get another bike when I was there. Kind of sucked, but you know, that's like been the bike, man, that I've always wanted. Now that I have more seat time with the Gixxer, I definitely feel like I wouldn't regret spending a little more cash to now get what I want. The only other thing that's kind of like holding me back, maybe you've only had the bike for a couple months, so you probably just broke it in. You probably just got it broke in. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much you ride, how many miles you put on it, but have you had any issues with the transmission or anything? Because like that's the thing that kind of scared me a little bit with the 2022s through 2024. I just been hearing like some kind of, I've been hearing some people having horror stories and stuff like that. Let me see where'd that comment go? What'd you say? You said you bought an Aero GP Evo full exhaust system, but haven't put it on yet because I don't know if I want to tune it yet. It might sit. What'd you say? It might sit. It might sit on the exhaust for a while. Got a good deal on yours, 21,000. Brand. Damn, that is actually a really good deal. That's a really good deal. Hopefully you haven't had no issues. Oh, okay. So are you still in break-in period? What's the break-in period on that? It's like 600 to 800 miles or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what the dealership recommends for break-in on those S1Ks. My wife was I know. Okay, 641 miles break-in per manual. Okay. Yeah, when you go with stuff like BMW, it's best to kind of go with the manual, man. Go with the manual. Break it in. I would say break it in and then get that oil changed. Get that oil change right after. That's what I did with the Gixxer. It was technically kind of already broken in when I got it. It only had I think it had like 600 or 800 miles on it or something like that when I got it. But I think I rode it like a baby for like another 200 or 300 miles before I got the oil change and all that stuff. And I felt like it was broken. But it's gonna get ready to get another oil change soon once I get these parts put on. I'm gonna show you what else I got. Let me show you what else I got. Yeah, hold on. I might have to just take it out and show it. I don't know that the phone's gonna do anything crazy. Hold up. Don't mind the big ass camera, man. Don't mind this big ass camera and tripod that I got right here. Shit. Come on, thing. There we go. What'd you say? How is Suzuki about the ECU tunes? I'm gonna tell you right now, especially with the BMW, that was the other thing I was kind of worried about. I know a lot of people do the Bren tunes, which I don't have an issue with, but I know that BMW for sure, because I used to have an Audi TT. Like, even with the cars, they're so strict. I would just simply say that if you do get a custom flash, then you make sure that you can have it removed properly if you ever got to go get any kind of work done. So if you got to have any kind of work done to it at the dealership and you have it like Bren tuned or something, you need to make sure that it's going to be kind of a pain in the butt, but you need to go make sure that you can get that taken off before you take it to the dealership, because they will they're gonna void your warranty. Suzuki, kind of the same way, honestly, but it also depends on the dealer too. It also depends on the dealer. You know, usually if it has anything to do with like transmission or engine, they're gonna do anything they can not to pay you or not to fix it and make you pay out of pocket. So, but Suzuki has been like, I've had no issues with the Suzuki at all. You know, and that's what I really like. I think that's what's really kind of bothering me too, is just, damn, me moving to another platform just feels like, damn, am I gonna have the same reliability? But there's one of the things that we got. We got a new sprocket from Driven. I decided to stay with the stock tooth. I think the stock tooth on mine is like 17 by 45. So I decided to stick with the stock tooth on the front. I go to STG for everything, so. Kapoya. And we got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mac. So went up. Gonna go up 2 in the back, 2 in the rear. Again, I want to see how it rides, man. With going 2 up in the rear and keeping the front stock. And actually, I went with steel too. I went with steel. I know a lot of people go with aluminum, and I don't necessarily ride the bike super hard, but just the idea of like going to aluminum and having to like change it more often and stuff like that. Like, I just don't really want to deal with that. And I'm not trying to make the bike like the lightest thing in the world. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go full out like roll racing. I'm trying to save every bit of weight, stuff like that. So having a steel doesn't bother me much. Maybe if I get more serious into it, I might, you know what I mean, like make some changes. But other than that, went with the gold DID chain, man. So I figured, you know, with my experience with motorcycles, man, you never want to cheap out on chains, ever. But we're gonna do a 520 conversion too. So this is the 520 conversion. My bike comes stock with 525. It comes stock with 525, and which is not bad. It's a nice beefy chain, so I'm not too worried about going. I'm not too worried about going back to going to 520 at all. But like I said, the last thing I'm actually waiting on is this kickstand to come in. I bought the kickstand. I'm just waiting for it. I just checked it today too. It shipped like 2 days ago. So I'm like, hurry the hell up, hurry the hell up. Nah, the plan is to lower it like about 2 inches. I want to lower it. Well, I would say like between maybe like 1.5 inches. In between like 1 inch and 2 inches. Now I'm gonna try the 2 inches to see, like, I just want to see the handling. Again, I want the bike to still handle pretty well. I'm kind of like trying to mirror the I'm actually trying to mirror the gearing and the height and stuff like that with Dude Mungus, because I watch a lot of Dude Mungus, and you know, he's doing a lot of stuff with the bike that I kind of wanted to do, and so I kind of see how it's working for him. And I've chatted with him like on Instagram and stuff to try to find out a little more about his setup. Obviously, everybody's not gonna tell you all the secrets, but it's like I just kind of wanted to know like what he did, like how he set the bike up and stuff like that. And it's kind of the way I'm wanting to go. So I'm gonna kind of mirror his suspension setup and gearing. Yeah, he's a really chill dude, man. He's a really really chill dude. And you know, cause like you know, some of these guys, when you ask them like questions on like their setup and stuff, like a lot of people kind of like to keep that stuff kind of secret. Like they don't really like to. Now, I can understand maybe if you like with the tuning, if you're gonna be like tuning the bike and stuff like that, you may not want to kind of like give away like everything that you're doing, stuff like that. But to me, it's like it kind of really doesn't matter, because even if we had the same bike, like you got the 2024 S1K premium package, I'm sure if I went and got the same exact 2024 premium package, right? If we both put them on the dyno, there's going to be slight variations between both. You know what I mean? Like one motor is going to put out naturally a little more horsepower than the other. The other one may put out a little less horsepower than what the stock or what the manual says. So, you know, still between the two of them, tuning them is going to be different. So if I just stuck my tune on your bike, it's not going to necessarily make your bike run the best it should. You know what I mean? So that's why the plan after this, the next plan after this is honestly to just get it actually dyno tuned versus just the flash. Because basically all the flash is going to do is just open up all the restrictions and stuff like that. And like I said, the bike is performed. It was almost like a new bike once I got that flash last year. I love it. It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy. And the bike is plenty fast. The bike is really fast. Honestly, it's me. I'm just a chill rider, man. Like I'm a chill rider. This is my first bike back from forever. Like, you know, I stopped riding sport bikes back in like 2012. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't ridden a sport bike since 2012 because I got rid of it. I was like in the army and stuff. So I was just like, you know what? Everybody, when I was stationed in Arizona, before I went to Germany, everybody had Harleys out there. It was like nobody rode sport bikes out there. It was so weird. And so I literally felt kind of out of place, like wanting with a sport bike. So I was just like, you know what, man, it's time to go for a cruiser. And damn, I kept that Harley up until I till I sold it on the side to buy this bike. But I also had a Can-Am Ryker too, which I love, man. I do want to get another one day. That's what my wife wants. She wants another Ryker. She was kind of mad that I sold it for this, for the Gixxer. I traded it in. I was like, nah, I'm trading it. I'm going back to two wheels, baby. But she doesn't want to be trying to lean and you know what I mean? Like, you know how it is on a sport bike. You know, she doesn't want to keep balance and all that stuff. So for her, the trike, that reverse trike is like perfect for her. She loved it. See, you haven't been on a bike for 15 years. And look, bro, you know what's funny? Go look at like my first video when I got this bike. I was like, what? I think I titled the video like, what the fuck did I do? Like, what did I just do? Bro, I was so nervous about getting this bike because I had been sitting on a Harley forever. I had been sitting on the Ryker, which you're like, you know, it's a chill position. You're just chilling like you're on a Harley. And you know, and on the Ryker, you ain't got to balance nothing. So you're just literally chilling on it. You go from that to the complete opposite of leaning forward on a damn rocket. You know what I mean? It's like, I was so nervous when I went to the dealership to get it, where I get all my bikes, Wood Cycle Country. And I told him, man, I was like, hey, I don't want to ride this home, because it actually is, the dealership is like close to Austin. It's like in New Braunfels. I'm here in San Antonio. So it's a little drive. It's a little drive. It's not far, but on the highway, it's ruthless here on this highway. And they're doing all this construction. I honestly just felt like it would have been a big mistake if I would have got on that, you know what I mean? If I would have got on the bike and left the dealership, like I just was not comfortable. It's weird because I just didn't feel comfortable enough to ride it all the way home that far. So I had to have it. I had that thing delivered, man. They came and delivered it right to the house, and I put that thing in. I put that thing in C mode. It's got A, B, and C, like race, street, and I don't know. I think rain mode or something like that. I put that thing in rain mode, bro, and I think I rode that shit for like a month, at least a month. I think I rode it for at least a month in rain mode, and I didn't care either. I didn't care what anybody said. I was like, hey, it's me on this bike. Shit, I gotta make it home at the end of each ride. Like, I don't care about the ego. You say, yeah, I was scared. You trailered it from the dealership. I had to had it sitting in my garage for 2 weeks, and I would go and look at it and think, are you sure you want to do this? Yep, that was me. That was me. Shit, even when they dropped it off, it was like, not, it was, I think it was kind of raining outside too. I was just like, oh man, I don't know if I should go out there. It was still wet on the ground, like, but yeah, I put that thing in C mode, man. You can see the whole journey, man. You can see the whole journey from when I got that thing to kind of, if you kind of want to see where it is now, I would say hit the Instagram. That's where I kind of like post. I post daily over there too, and I kind of just post up whenever I want, you know, pictures and vids and stuff like that. So to where it is now. But man, I think I drove like another month in the sport mode, and B mode, and then finally I moved it to A mode, to race mode, and I had the traction control all the way up, and then I worked it down, worked that traction control down. Now I just ride it in race mode with no traction control, because like that's how comfortable I am with it. You know, like over a year later, almost 2 years later. So, you know, you just gotta get some time. You gotta get some time on the bike. And I don't ride a ton, simply because like shit, even like shit with my back injury, like that's why I love the cruiser so much. But with my back injury, every now and then it flares up every now and then. And so like I've been dealing with this for like the last 2 weeks. I just had a flare up, and almost 2 weeks it's been gradually getting better. So I've been getting out on the bike more and more. But yeah, man, it's I was gonna say, out of all the bikes that I went and sat on before I got this, it was the Gixxer and the S1K that was the most comfortable. The R1, super cool. Sounds freaking amazing. That cross-plane engine sounds amazing, but it is like one of the most uncomfortable, if not the most uncomfortable sport bike out of them all. That's just me though. You're still on road mode and rain mode, one step up. Okay, so you're in the street mode. You're in street mode. I'm guessing BMW probably has 3 modes as well. They probably have a rain mode, a street mode, and like the race mode, I'm guessing. You saw after the first few times I was on it, I'm pretty good with it now. I can ride for an hour and feel it. Yeah, see, so like when I ride like solo, I think like, not yesterday, but what's today? Thursday? I think Tuesday, when I went out and take a ride, I went to the hill country. And I ended up riding a little more than an hour. I didn't even realize it. I was just cruising, man. I would get on it every now and then, but I was just cruising, man. I was having fun, just cruising. And shockingly, my back was not hurting after that. Shockingly, it wasn't. Usually when I'm riding, it's about an hour, and then I'm just like, all right, it's time to get off. Like, damn back. You know what I mean? Like my back's starting to hurt now, but I was able to go a little bit longer. So it just lets me know that my damn back is, the spasm or whatever was going on, that happens every so often, it's going away. So I could ride a little more. Usually the only other times I ride longer than that, but we take breaks, is when I go out with the guys, you know what I'm saying? Like if it's like a We have like a Tuesday on 2 meets. They call it Tuesday on 2s. You know, we'll go out to like a big academy or something like that. They'll have all the bikes out and stuff like that. And, before we go to the meet, we'll do some riding, like 30, 45 minutes of riding, hit the meet, chill. You know what I mean? You got some time to rest a little bit. Then after the meet, you know what I'm saying? Everybody goes on a little, go on another little 30, 45 minute, maybe an hour ride, just hitting the highways and stuff. And then you go home. Everybody splits up and goes home. So that's kind of the only times I really ride longer than normal. Is when I'm riding with some of the fellas and stuff like that. But hands down, most comfortable sport bikes, I would have to, in my opinion, for me, in my condition, is the Gixxer 1000 and the S1K. Hands down. Everything else I sat on, it was like, the Honda, the CBR 1000 double R, I considered it briefly over the Suzuki. But I don't know, Honda is weird, dude. Honda is weird. They still produce the double R with no quick shifter. It's so strange. It's just the weirdest things that they do. They have weird quirks. Like, they have the plug for the quick shifter, but they will sell you the quick shifter, but they don't put it on the damn bike. Like, why doesn't it come already on the bike? It's like, this is 2025. Like, why? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, it's crazy. Stuff like that, it just kind of threw me off a Honda, and I was just like, nah, I'm good. Like, to me, if I went with Honda, it would have to be that triple R. It's got everything on it, it's got all the bells and whistles on it. But I'm just not. I ain't spending $30,000 on a damn CBR. To me, they're probably one of the best looking sport bikes. I think they look better. I love the front end more than any of the other Japanese bikes, maybe except the ZX10. I love the new ZX10s. Fireblade just costs way too much, man. I mean, in terms of vehicles, like, to me, it's a lot to spend on a bike. Not saying that I would never do it, but it's just a lot to spend on a bike. Like, I have to really, really, really want something to spend that kind of money. It's the same thing with the ZX10 double R. That's a $30,000 bike too. Looks so good though. Oh, it looks so good, but it's a $30,000 bike. Yeah, I mean, the only price I've seen it at is like $30,000. That was at my dealership. It was a beautiful green too, man. I loved it. It looks dope. But I was just like, damn, $30,000, dude. If I'm gonna spend $30,000 on a Kawasaki, honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and get the H2. Oh shit! For 25, that's a steal. 25 is a steal. 25 is a steal considering like Ducatis, considering like a Ducati or an Aprilia cost around like the same price out the door. Well, I'm sorry, base price. Base price for me. That's like base price for me. We got a dealership around here that sells all the Euro bikes. I've been meaning to go check it out. When I was riding on Sunday, I believe it was Sunday, I ran into somebody with he had the new V2. That Ducati, he had the new V2. I think it was a V2S. The new one, 2025 one. That thing it looked beautiful. Like, wow. Those are the only bikes I did not go sit on because I was just like, nah, like, when I think of a Euro bike, I think probably I would probably just go BMW, but those Ducatis look absolutely beautiful in person. I was actually kind of shocked at how nice it looked. I was like, damn, they look really, really good. I did go see the 2025 BMW though. I like it. I like it. I I can't really decide if I like the winglets on the 2024s over the 2025s. Like, I kind of feel like, I don't know, I kind of feel like the 2025, like the wings are a little big, excessively big on it, but I still like it. It just feels like it would be something, it would be like on the M1000 RR. I feel like they're too big. Like, I don't want the bike looking so wide, but they look good. I appreciated it more in person, which kind of got me thinking like, damn, I think I want to go, might be bike shopping again pretty soon. The sound of inline 4 is dope. I mean, the V4 sound, like the V4 sound good, but I think the only like, to me, like the Aprilia sounds, the RSV4 sounds like, to me, it sounds like amazing. It sounds like a damn, I don't know why they sound so different too. It's weird. It's like, to me, the RSV4 sounds like a damn classic muscle car or something like that. It's like, that thing is like a brute, man. That thing is crazy. Ducati to me sounds a little tamer, but with the stock. And the only thing that kind of throws me off about Ducati is like, I'm not spending $6,000 on no damn exhaust. That shit ain't happening, bro. I'm just like, I don't even know if I would ever mod that thing because I'm not spending the crazy amounts of money on the exhaust. It's just wild. I already think spending like $2,000 on an exhaust for a motorcycle is crazy. Like, but I mean, I get it, but I already think like $2,000 is like my damn limit. Like, I like rims more than I like exhaust. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't spending $6,000 on no exhaust. It ain't happening at all. So that shit would stay stock, or I'd be trying to buy something used. Yeah, definitely. Like when I got this M4 exhaust on mine, I saw a guy on eBay, he was selling his Voodoo headers because I think he was going with like a full Acura exhaust, Evo exhaust. And so he was just piecing it out, and he was, he still had the headers. And at the time I was like, well, shit, he was only selling the header. He was just trying to get rid of it. He was like $300. I offered him like $275. He was like, take it. He's like, take it. I'm just trying to get rid of these parts out of my garage. And then I got that, and then I bought the M4 slip-on, titanium slip-on for like $500 or something like that. So putting that all together, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I spent like $800, like, and then I spent like another like 150 to my guy to put it on. He put it on. To me, I'm like, shit, that's a steal because I didn't have to pay like $1,800, $1,900 for the full M4 exhaust, and it performs well. Now, like on a dyno, I am considering just getting a full titanium M4 exhaust. I've been considering that, or that Acura Evo, but I don't need it. I think I would rather buy rims. I think I would rather buy rims over that. Those Core Moto rims like have been calling me, dude, but my dumb ass has been, bike shopping a little bit. So now, like even my wife was saying, she was like, are you going to you're going to save and spend $3,000 on rims? Like, she's like, is it worth it? She's like, how much weight are you going to save? And I think with the Core Motos, I think you might, on my bike, I think compared to the stock, it's maybe like 12 pounds or something like that. I think they said like you lose like 12 pounds of rotational mass or something like that. I'm like, I don't know all that, but I just want to know if it's lighter or not. But she was just like 12, like you're gonna spend $3,000 on new rims. She's like, and when you trade in the bike, you're gonna have to take them off and try to sell them separately. And there's no telling how long you're gonna be waiting before somebody buys them. She was like, and then you're probably gonna have to sell them with the tires just so to make the deal sweeter, so somebody can pick them up faster because they could just throw them on the bike. But she was like, then you're gonna, she was like, then you'll run the risk of some people not liking that tire or whatnot. So I was just like, she's like, or you can use that $3,000 to put down on the other bike, on a new bike. So that got me thinking, like, damn, $3,000 down on a, on a potential new S1K, or, $3,000 on some rims that I'm gonna have to part out, try to resell on my own, because when you go trade that shit in, their dealership they ain't gonna give you nowhere close to $3,000 what you pay for those rims. So I've learned that over my years of owning stuff. Dealers will never pay you really anything close to what you paid for aftermarket parts on there. It's best to just take them off and resell them. What is going on? You have to excuse me while I'm eating a sandwich because I'm breathless. But this is kind of an impromptu video. Excuse me if my voice is a little hoarse as well. But I really wanted to make this video and talk about some of the mistakes I've made being a creator. Boom, boom. But yeah, I'm definitely rushing to judgment on certain. Arrow was 1,800 for the Moto Million. Oh, I just now saw that. That's not bad. 1,800 is not bad. Like I said, 1,800 is why I considered getting the I don't know if it's Street Slayer, but I know it's a full titanium M4 exhaust on my. I really like how the M4 sounds on the Suzukis a lot. And out of almost all of the competitors, from what I've seen on like dyno results and stuff like that, they seem to put out the most the better numbers overall, even over the Acura Evo, which is, oh man, the Acura Evo is so nice. I know Dumongus was running the Errata exhaust. To me, that just sounds super nice, but again, I was like, I don't know if I want to pay $2,200 for it, but it is unique. It's a unique exhaust, but the M4 just looks so good to me. And he just switched to M4 too. He just switched to M4 on his, which I thought was kind of funny. But I'm surprised he didn't go back with the Rada after he got in his accident, or somebody hit his bike. But that Rada sounds nasty. But the M4s, man, I love the M4s. Can't really. I don't really like too much else. There, there's some other ones, like, honestly, I think Brock's performance actually probably puts out the best gains, but I don't know, for some reason I just don't like the look of the Brock's exhausts. I don't know. I don't know what it is about them. I just don't really like them at all. It's weird. Although it has a pretty good sensor and the images look amazing out of it, it just, in my opinion, it was very finicky. It was very unreliable in terms of being able to trust it in the air while you move around. I just didn't realize it was going to be that hard. And it does the job, but for me, it was very unpredictable, especially in certain modes that it gave you, that you can use to follow you. In the active track, it would just kind of lose you a lot, and it would kind of compensate with the speed and try to catch up and do a lot of like rubber banding and boomeranging in active track. Now, when you're standing still and you're trying to get really cool shots, like using the different set methods that it can use, the set movements that you can use, like the elliptical, like I say elliptical, but the rocket and all that kind of stuff, it works just fine. You just have to make. Damn it. Why did it do that? No, I don't want to do that. Come on. All right, create that compound clip. Oh shoot, my bad. But yeah, let me chill for a second. I'm trying to get this
excuse me, my people are savage because I'm breathless. But this is kind of an impromptu video. Excuse me if my voice is a little hoarse as well. But I really wanted to make this video and talk about some of the mistakes I've made being a creator and rushing to judgment on certain pieces of equipment that I found out very quickly.
Yo, these big trucks have been
After the fact. That was
crazy around here.
Based on the things that I was doing. So,
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
oh my God.
What you up to? What you up to? We're doing some editing. We're doing some editing.
One of the biggest pieces of equipment.
I'm talking bikes,
in
talking bikes.
2024.
Do you ride?
Was a drone. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Drones are awesome. They're badass. They have a purpose. But
Do you ride? Do you ride? What they say? Do you ride, bro? Do you ride, bro? Do you ride?
DJI.
What you riding on, Misbah?
The Mini 4 Pro, and it was an amazing drone. Probably shouldn't have sent it back. But
Yeah, I do a lot of bike riding vlogs, and that's why I'm editing some stuff right now as well
capture autonomous
as we are going.
video and
Editing some video,
shots,
probably before I go head out,
on my motorcycle.
take a ride. It's nice out today. I thought it was gonna rain, but it's really nice out.
Wasn't going to actually give me exactly what I wanted or expected out of the footage. The reality versus expectations basically was pretty pretty accurate when you see memes. For one, the drone couldn't keep up with my bike and me at normal speeds. Basically, it was only usable if I was like in a stadium parking lot, free away from a lot of obstacles and trees. And although it has a pretty good sensor and the images look amazing out of it, it just, in my opinion, it was very finicky. It was very unreliable in terms of
Get that project saved.
being able to trust it in the air while you move around. I just didn't realize it was going to be that hard. And it does the job, but for me it was very unpredictable, especially in certain modes.
All right, guys, look.
We've
been lit for a little bit.
In the active
Wait,
track.
is it?
It would just kind of lose you a lot, and it would kind
Yo,
of
I just got this phone, so I just got this phone, and I'm actually liking it.
In active track.
I'm actually liking it a lot. I literally just upgraded like yesterday. Oh yeah, hey, what's going on? Appreciate that, Misbah. Appreciate that. I literally just upgraded yesterday. I've been rocking. You're gonna laugh at me, but I've been rocking with the 12 Pro Max forever, right? I've been rocking the 12 Pro Max forever. I just really didn't see that there was a need to upgrade, honestly, for quite a while. And I was kind of gonna wait for the 17 to come out, but I'm just like, it's really gonna probably not be anything much different than the 16. So I went ahead and got the family new phones and upgraded to the 16 Pro Max, which I'm using now. That's what I'm using now. And I'm actually pretty impressed. The front camera is way better than the 12 Pro Max. Way better. I'm just like, damn. But that's what I'm using now. And I'm liking it, man. It looks really good. It looks really, really good. But as you saw, we just did like a little update. I was just trying to chill a little bit, do a little kicking it, you know what I'm saying? Do a little chill stream. I'll update some video.
Now, when you're
And
you're trying to get really
and talk about some of the bike upgrades that are gonna be coming soon. If you do want to see kind of where the bike stands right now as of today, you're gonna need to follow me over on Instagram, and that's where I post daily there too, right? A lot of people don't even understand the name of the game for 2025. The challenge that I put out for everybody, to all the influencers, to all the motovloggers, was 2025. We're doing daily uploads, people. Daily. 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 That's right. Daily uploads here on YouTube, daily uploads on Instagram. Sometimes you're going to see multiple uploads a day on both platforms, but that's just the way the grind is. That's how we're grinding over here. And then obviously we're going to try to boost the live a little bit. We're going to try to go live more. I'm going to attempt to go live more, to connect more. But again, you guys, the goal for this year, I finished half of that goal, right? Finished half of that goal, is 2 long format content videos per week. And the rest of the days, 7 days, I'm trying to do an upload every single day, 7 days a week. And that's with shorts, reels and shorts. So the goal, post once for the entire 365 days, at least 1 post a day on both platforms. And to have at least 2 long format content videos per week. That's the goal. That's the goal. So that's what we're doing. And we're getting there. But got some major updates to the bike coming pretty soon. All I'm literally doing is waiting for one part to get in. And if you don't know what that part is yet, you're gonna have to go back and rewatch this live, all right? Because I showed the parts. I showed the parts. These parts, the part video ain't gonna come out. Y'all probably see that in the distant future, maybe like a couple weeks or so. The way I have content spaced out for the long format, but again, if you follow me on Instagram, you're gonna see a lot of this stuff regularly, like in a real time, versus over here on YouTube where you're kind of following the journey. Nothing's being rushed. So once I get scheduled content for 365 days, then we're just gonna focus on time sensitive content, things that are like time sensitive. Like, so for example, last week when up in Dallas, when they had that huge motorcycle accident, with like 16, 17 bikes or something like that, went down. Thankfully, nobody died, but a lot of people got seriously injured. I think they said like 4 or 5 people got critically injured, with critical injuries. That's a time-sensitive topic, right? So when I make that content, I want to drop it kind of right away because it's relevant. So that's what we're gonna do once I get all of the long format content off, everything scheduled up. We're almost there. I think I got reels and shorts set up all the way almost through August already. So we got to keep on the grind and get that knocked all the way out to December 31st. Once we do that, like I said, I'm focusing on releasing content whenever I want, in between for the rest of the year. And that's just something that nobody else is doing at all right now. And I think that is absolutely insane. Nobody else is doing it. The only other, well, I ain't gonna say nobody else is doing it. I take that back. I think Though Taken or Matthew Woods is actually probably on par with doing that. I think he releases like reels like every day. So aside from his long format content. So like I said, that's the goal. we're going to see where it takes us. We're going to see how many supporters we can get here on this channel and over on our Instagram channel, and just try to build up this community. Like I said, consistency, consistency, consistency. I know y'all are tired of watching your favorite YouTubers who just don't post consistently. Some of the bigger ones like IMK, Fastlane D, stuff like that, they do release regular content. They don't keep us waiting. And the content's usually pretty good. But a lot of the people out there, they just don't post regularly. They post when they want, and it's just like, that's whack. We ain't doing that over here. So again, you're gonna get content every single day, whether you like my face or not. All right, but yeah, appreciate everybody coming through. Like I said, if you want to check out what parts are going to be going on the bike pretty soon, what's going to be happening with the bike, you have to go back through this live. All right, check it out. It'll be up.